You may not. Your experience may be very different, but I think that the Frost Staff is going to be just shining in group play, and then be able to hold
Well, I
their
play
own
like a
in 1 versus
bitch.
1.
So it's like, if I run into somebody who's like, oh my god, that guy's gonna kill me, I'm just gonna blink the fuck
Right.
out of there, mount up, and get out. Can you still
Right.
do that?
Yes. Well, you want to bait their sprint first, because if you're mounting, they're going to catch up and hit your thing. There's no more cleanse mount.
Well, but you
Oh,
could.
so you can actually get people now without being able to
Yep.
immunity mount.
Right.
But you can still.
Oh, that's so good.
You can blink and sprint though.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You blink,
And they're not going to
sprint,
catch you.
mount, yeah, and unless they have a blink, there's no way they're gonna catch up.
Right.
Gotcha.
I don't know if the blink removes root and movement and pairing. It's like why? Depends on I guess the kind of resist you get from cloth if they're really shit.
Right.
The medium was around 50%, so that's pretty solid. But I mean,
Right.
if the light armor is still 30%, having a 25% damage boost and a teleport, I don't know.
Blink is a bit fickle though. You gotta keep in mind.
Yeah, it's kind of buggy right now. They're working on it, but it's it's a little unpredictable.
Gotcha.
For just to give you a quick heads up on that, if you go to blink and there's any kind of debris stuff in your way, it'll prevent you from blinking.
Oh no! This is gonna be like the old WoW where you teleport into a rock in front of you.
At least you're not charging through the world like WoW. I guess on that note, 2 other things. Bows are, of course, really popular in Albion. Bows have been about half reworked. They still do solid damage, but it's more bursty now. The bow skills require a lot of mana, so they can't keep that high DPS up. They have to be choosy about when they burst, and they're really good at kiting, but if you can weather the storm, they'll run out of mana and you can get them. There was another weapon I was going to talk about. Oh, there's a new weapon mechanic on both the dagger pair and the curse staff, and it works a lot like the explosion combo from 1999 UO, where you cast a debuff on them, and you apply 3 stacks of the Q, which is an instant cast, and it blows up for huge damage if they don't purge it off. And when I say huge damage, tier 4 was doing 900.
Yeah,
are you
Johan
talking
brings
about
up a
throat
good point.
slit, or are you talking about a build up from their main attack skill?
It's throat slit or execute on the dagger pair, and it's vile curse on the curse staff. Oh, what did talk about the orbs and stuff. Yep, they completely axed offhands. The balance guy came in and he said, this is way too much for us to handle right now. Let's just axe this and we'll revisit it later. So offhands now just give you a slight bonus to MR or armor. It's very little. And they give you some sort of innate passive bonus that you can choose when crafting it or reforging. And the shields will give you CC reduction or more, I think it was more healing. I can't remember if that was the shield or the book, and then the book does, some caster related stuff. So yeah, the offhands are gone, and it's pretty simple. If you just want to go one-hander, the choice between one-hander and two-hander now is not more so much huge damage as the spells that are offered on them. The one-hander, Frost Staff, is going to have very different spells than the two-handed Frost Staff. So something to keep in mind there, just when you're looking through the Destiny board, really take a good look at the spells that you can get.
Yeah,
Did they ever
Blazing,
talk about dual wield at all?
We should set that up, Blazing, after.
Dual wielding, no.
Alright, so after this, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dagger pair, I know Silver's excited about that. He was crafting the crap out of him last alpha. And I personally plan on, I'm going main heals with super cloth time, or super light armor, and I'm going to be also leveling the dagger pair for the explosive ganks there.
It looked pretty interesting because the way the tooltip reads on the daggers, it's like a targeted wherever you want teleport, so it can be used defensively too.
Yeah, that's what I really like about it.
Cooldown.
It's got that. Yeah,
It'd be like
it's
7
like
if
a
you used cloth and used the cooldown reduction or something.
right. It functions a lot like the rogue combos used to work in WoW, where they're big cooldowns, and if you use them in the right order and at the right time, they can be devastating. But if you use them at the wrong time, you're just going to get killed. So everybody, feel free to stick around and ask more questions. I'm going to be hanging out, but it's already been 45 minutes, so we'll let everyone that wants to go, just skedaddle on out. But thank you all very much for coming, and I'm sure Rook will have some closing statements.
No, it's the same as you. I appreciate everyone taking time. There's a lot of competition for our time, whether it's families or other good video games or whatever else. And the volunteer work, the amount of spreadsheets, posts, bumps, threads, interviews, applications, and everything that's going on, and testing, just so that we can have a great time. Really, really appreciate it. So thanks everyone for coming out. We're going to just talk now with some of the members and sort of allocating roles and our allies here to get our shared comms and the town stuff sorted out. So I'll have to ask guests to head out. If you are interested in talking more, then if you don't mind, I would just I hate to ask you to go down to the interview lobby or something like that, but if you go down to the interview lobby, I'm sure Sunshine or Valor or some other people will come down that are involved in HR. They can maybe answer some questions. It's going to be pretty light at first because we want to get to know people. We're looking for just a few people, and so it's just pretty simple. You come, you see if it's a good fit for you. We see if it's a good fit for us, and work things out from there. There's other stuff too, but they can certainly answer questions and stuff. So no pressure. You can also just PM or put up a post on our forums in the application area or something. Looking also always to have good friends, allies, what have you. We want mature people that we can have some good times with, because we're going to have some more good times in this game, just like we did in the others. Thanks. And I'm not saying we'll see you out on the battlefield.
And we'll see you.
Okay, because I wasn't sure if the guild meeting was over until they say that.
Yeah.
On the battlefield.
Yeah.